Which country are you?
I'm from India only, sir.
Oh,
From
she's
state
from
of Manipur.
our northeast. That's nice.
But she's part of our India Foundation.
May I request everyone to rise for the national anthem of India.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
May I request Honorable Vice Admiral Shekhar Sinha, Chairman Board of Trustees India Foundation, to kindly deliver his welcome remarks.
Namaskar, Jai Hind, good afternoon. Shri Pusapati Ashok Gajapathi Raju, Honorable Governor of Goa, Shri Suresh Prabhu ji, Chairman Governing Council India Foundation, Excellencies, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. We are grateful to the Honorable Governor of Goa for gracing the valedictory session at the end of 2 days of very intense deliberation. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, over the last 2 days, participants from 11 ASEAN countries, the latest one being Timor-Leste, who have applied for membership and had been admitted. The final one probably will have in October. So these countries and India, youth have discussed multifarious aspects of youth participation today for building tomorrow's ASEAN India. We have attempted to structure the deliberations on the theme of connecting youth, shaping tomorrow. Various aspects of capacity building for participation of youth in politics and building societies of tomorrow is what we were dealing with for last 2 days. In the inaugural address, it was made by Dr. Ram Madhav, then Vice Admiral Swaminathan, the Commander-in-Chief of Western Naval Command, and followed by Shri Pabitra Margherita, the Minister of State for External Affairs. To deliberate various aspects, we had very young parliamentarians, 3 of them, diplomats, think tankers, climate scientists, entrepreneurs who are driving futuristic technology such as AI, EV, quantum computing, etc. We conducted policy labs on green energy and sustainable development and the new entrepreneurship, governance in technology age, and at the end we discussed the creative economy, culture, sports and tourism. We also discussed how India and ASEAN are pillars of virtually the ASEAN in this new changing geopolitical multipolar world. We also conducted a yoga session this morning for all the participants, and it was 3 plenary sessions, 6 policy labs, and participants had an open mic session yesterday in which we witnessed cultural colors in absolutely full bloom. We enjoyed conducting the 5th ASEAN India Youth Summit, and I hope that the participants have learned and going back happy. With that, I invite Shri Suresh Prabhu ji, Chairman, Governing Council, India Foundation, to make his comments.
May I request Sri Suresh Prabhu ji to kindly felicitate Honorable Governor, sir. May I now invite Sri Suresh Prabhu ji to deliver his remarks.
Good evening, friends. Let me join my friend and colleague, Commodore Shekhar Sinha, to welcome His Excellency, the Governor of Goa, for this very important program and give to us not just a valedictory address, but some pearls of wisdom as to what we should now do once this program is over. We are very happy and privileged that His Excellency consented to grace this program and deliver his valedictory address. Because he is the Governor of Goa for sure, but more importantly for us, he is a very senior leader of India, a statesman who rose above politics and worked for the welfare of the people in several of his responsibilities. His family has been part of the kingdom in Andhra Pradesh, which is a coastal state, so it's very appropriate that we gave a boat to him. So if you want from Goa to Andhra Pradesh, you can sail and go to your hometown by that boat. So he's a very senior statesman who always worked for the benefit of the people, and he was a senior minister in Prime Minister Modi's first government. He was a minister for aviation. So as a minister of aviation, he did many important things that actually made India the third largest aviation market in the world. But though he was flying high as an aviation minister, he was always grounded into reality, worked for the benefit of the common people. And that's why we are extremely happy and pleased that he is here to deliver his remarks to all of us. In the last 3 days, our friends from ASEAN, the 10 countries which make ASEAN, have been here meeting their counterparts in India, also talking to each other in the region to find out what is that we really need to do in these changing and troubled times that world is facing. There has never been more challenging turmoil that has happened in the world as we are witnessing it today. The so-called established world order is collapsing like a pack of cards. All the relationships which are there, we thought they are there forever, are just collapsing. And in that context, we should find out what is that we should try to do together to save our countries and also to save other people in the other parts of the world from these catastrophic changes that are happening in the world. And there is a very good lesson to be learned from ASEAN. There are 10 countries. Each of the country has a sovereign entity. They work together to an extent which actually helps each other. They don't fight with each other. Of course, there are obviously some skirmishes here and there, but largely this is a very homogeneous group of nations. This is a region which can actually show the way forward to this troubled world. One very interesting example, the Mekong River, which actually provides livelihood, life support to people in ASEAN. There is a very good workable arrangement which has been worked, how to share this water resource. There are many other parts of the world, including South Asia, where sharing of water is a very contentious issue. It actually creates conflicts. And ASEAN has shown way as to how to live in harmony by sharing water resource in a way that will help themselves and avoid any conflict to be brought into this region. By and large, it's a very peaceful region. This is a region which believes in culture and very proud of their own cultural identities. We in India, we feel ASEAN is part of our own culture. Because when you go to most of the countries in ASEAN, you will find very different footprints of our own culture lying there. This region used to be called Indo-China for a long time, so Indo is already part of that. But just imagine, take one of the important countries, the region, Thailand. His Majesty, the King of Thailand, is actually carrying forward a legacy of Lord Rama. His kingdom is known by that name and they worship by that. In many of these countries, you will find Buddhism prevailing, worshipped, followed. Islam was born in, and very happy to see that it has now become integral. India and ASEAN, we have a very strong economic relationship. We have free trade agreement between ASEAN and India, which has always been revisited. We have worked on that. I was a Commerce and Industry Minister of India when we actually had reviewed one with Singapore. Separately, we have a very important economic relationship, and we would like to take this forward. In the era when the trade is dividing the world, here is a place where trade can unify the region and rest of the world. ASEAN's economy is very robust economy, and Indian economy can actually, if we can join hands and work together, we can create a very robust ecosystem for the benefit of people in the 10 countries of ASEAN as well as in India. But this particular program that has been organized by India Foundation actually has very important component. This was launched when one of our senior leader of India, Sushma Swaraj, she was the Foreign Minister of India. Mr. Ram Madhav, my colleague and friend, as President of India Foundation, took this idea forward to bring youth from ASEAN and India together to decide our own destiny. Just see, ultimately, I have belonged to the older generation. So we have created problems and we ask the youth to solve the problems. So youth will obviously ask a question, why you created a problem to begin with? If you have not created a problem, we didn't have to deal with this. If you have not littered all kind of stuff on the road, then there was no need to clean it. So today is an opportunity for youth to decide what are those problems that we should not commit the mistake that are committed by the previous generations. What is that we should do today to lay foundation for a better world by working together? And who could do that better than the youth themselves? And I know some of the youth who are present here, who have come from each of the 10 countries, will be the leaders of their own country. Some already have become, since they attended the first program, the first dialogue. Since then, they also occupied some senior positions in their respective countries. But I know each one of you have the potential to be the leader of your own country. And therefore, you will understand when we meet like this, that India and ASEAN together can forge a partnership, a relationship, a friendship, which can actually define what should be the future contours of the next world order. And therefore, this dialogue is extremely important. And I'm seeing, and I have witnessed, and my colleagues have told me, how intensely you have participated in the deliberation in the last 3 days. The very senior diplomats, senior leaders have participated in this program, they guided them. But we are looking forward to a very important piece of advice from His Excellency the Governor to tell us, not as a governor, but as a statesman, what is that we should try to do together to ensure that we can actually navigate a difficult world in a manner that benefits all of us and does not harm the rest of the world. And that's what is the purpose of this conference. I must thank all those who participate in this program with such vigor, such dynamism, to actually, this energy that has been generated from this 3-day program, I am sure can become the source of future development. It's like the push that will actually bring all this together to make the world a far better place, and that is what is the whole purpose of this conference. So I must once again thank His Excellency the Governor of Goa for coming for this program and agreeing to deliver a valedictory address. And not only is going to do that, but he's also going to be hosting a dinner for all of us. In fact, I must thank him for being so gracious that he wants to host the dinner in honor of all the delegates who have come here. And I must thank him for that as well. And I'm sure you'll go back with sweet memories of this program, but also we'll try to take forward something very more invaluable, and that's the advice that you'll get from His Excellency the Governor of Goa. So I once again thank you. We look forward to his advice. He's charting out what we really need to do in future, but also we'll request him to continue to be with us in the journey, which will never end, of finding out what is that we need to do next. So thank you very much. All the best to you, and also congratulate my colleagues. It's not a vote of thanks, but I must congratulate all my colleagues in the India Foundation who are really doing and putting in so much of efforts. All the young team of India Foundation, not the old ones. Of course, Shekhar Sinha is always permanently young, so he also can be counted in that category of young people. So all the best to you. Thank you very much, and I really appreciate it. Excellency, there are many senior diplomats, including just demitted offices, secretaries of Government of India, Minister of External Affairs also present. Some of the former diplomats and many others are participating in this program. So very happy that they also decided to contribute to this process of bringing ASEAN India closer than ever before. Thank you very much.
It is my absolute honor and privilege to invite His Excellency Pusapati Ashok Gajapathi Raju, the Honorable Governor of Goa, to deliver the valedictory address.
Vice Admiral Shekhar Sinha, former Commander-in-Chief of the Western Naval Command of the Indian Navy and Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Shri Suresh Prabhu ji, former Union Minister and Chairman Governing Council. His address, of course, kind of floored me. I never thought that I would be expected to react as such, because nobody is a Mr. Know-all. We all share experiences and probably grow by shared experience. In that sense, I think we are in the right direction. Everything begins with words, but it should never be confined to words alone, because then it loses its meaning. So all of you are to be congratulated there. Distinguished dignitaries, delegates from Asian member countries, young leaders, that is our future, young leaders from India and Southeast Asia, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a great privilege for me to chair and address the valedictory session of the 5th Asian Indian Youth Summit. At the very onset, I extend my warm greetings to all the participants who have enriched this gathering with their energy, ideas, and vision. India and Southeast Asia are bound together not just by geography, but the millennia of shared history. Our ties run deep through trade, culture, and faith. From the majestic Angkor Wat in Cambodia to the Borobudur Temple in Indonesia, one finds the echoes of Indian heritage and spirituality. The Indian Ocean, far from being a barrier, has always been a bridge connecting our peoples, carrying with it knowledge, goods, and friendship across centuries. Equally significant are the diaspora communities across the 10 nations of Asean. They have stood as living bridges of friendship and cooperation, rooted in Indian traditions, yet woven into the fabric of Southeast Asian societies. Friends, ASEAN occupies a central place in India's Act East policy. It is not just a matter of strategic geography, it is a matter of shared destiny. Together, ASEAN and India are at the heart of the Indo-Pacific region, a region that is emerging as the fulcrum of global growth, innovation, and security. We already collaborate extensively in critical areas: maritime security, counter-terrorism, humanitarian assistance, and disaster relief. These partnerships are not abstract policies. They are the backbone of stability and peace in our shared waters and beyond. Most importantly, this summit has been about the youth. You, the young leaders of ASEAN in India, are not just participants in this partnership, you are the architects of its future. Today, the opportunities before you are immense. In the digital age, collaboration in startups, artificial intelligence, renewable energy, and fintech will be driven by the spirit of innovation you embody. On climate change, India and ASEAN faces common challenges: rising seas, extreme weather, biodiversity loss. It is the young leaders of our nations who must champion substantially and green growth. Through student exchanges, scholarships, and cultural programs, we are creating platforms for deeper, people-to-people understanding. Beyond governments and institutions, it is the energy of youth, entrepreneurs, artists, and innovators that will carry this relationship forward. Even in the last few years, the Asian-Indian partnership has produced remarkable outcomes. We have doubled our trade. We have enabled real-time cross-border payments such as UPI, Pay Now linkages with Singapore. We have strengthened digital infrastructure and held joint naval drills. Each of these achievements demonstrates that our collaboration is not just historical, it is dynamic and future-oriented. Friends, India and ASEAN are not just neighbors. We are partners in shaping what many have begun to call Indo-Pacific century. And in this journey, the youth will be the torchbearers. As we close this summit, I urge you to take forward the spirit of dialogue, friendship, and innovation that has marked our discussions. Transform connectivity into collaboration. Turn challenges into opportunities. And above all, remember the destiny of over 2 billion people across India and ASEAN rests on the vision, creativity, and courage of its youth. Let us work together for prosperity, sustainability, and peace. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, His Excellency. May I now request everyone to rise for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
I request all the delegates from all the ASEAN countries and Timor-Leste and India to join us on the dais for a group picture with the Honorable Governor. I request all the delegates to join us on the dais, please. I request everyone to kindly clear the dais. With this, we conclude the valedictory session.